that sound. Ooh. All right, let's do this thing.
Yep. Haunted live stream.
Hey, howdy, and welcome back to SciTrek, your sci-fi TV and movie channel.
Hello.
Welcome back to Sci-Fi Sundays, y'all. We're later than usual. We got a late start today, but we're gonna do just a little bit of a hangout. It might not be as long of a stream today, but it's a nice retreat on a Sunday, and we're gonna hang out and figure out what's been going on this week, what's going on this coming week, what we've watched, what sci-fi has in store for us, and we might have to talk a little Farscape for tomorrow because I am excited about that.
Oh yes.
To start the day off, though, Sarah, what are you seeing this week?
Mainly Paradise, blast through that for last Friday. But I guess that was in vain because you guys were not ready.
Yeah, I thought
I'm not mad about it. It's fine. I'm just laughing. And Stanley Cup playoffs. So yeah, I've got to get back. I was watching, Invincibles and Lower Decks, and I kind of had paused that last couple of weeks. I got to get back on watching that stuff. Yeah.
Pause the animation for a little bit and brought it back to the pause the animation that's way more intense than live action. Just to sit back with regular live action for a bit. Nice. I guess Stanley Cups is probably taking up most of your time.
Well, it's getting down to there's only round 2 is all done except for Buffalo, Montreal, which that's going to 7 games. So I don't know when the next game is. I have to look that up, but I think it's Tuesday maybe. Anyway, so whoever wins that will play. So Montreal or Buffalo will play Carolina Hurricanes for the Eastern Conference, winner, and Vegas and Colorado are playing for the Western Conference final. So the winner of those 2 series will be playing for the Stanley Cup.
Nice. That's kind of an eclectic crew of the country for hockey. I mean, I wouldn't have thought Miami and Vegas would have had hockey teams in the running at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's kind of wild. That's cool, though. Anything else this week?
Not much. Just usual busyness of life, So I'm still being taxi driver because my husband's car is still not fixed yet. So a lot of running around.
Going back to like soccer mom, but just now it's in the college library instead.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
And you didn't mention
Farscape,
which I might start on because that was. Did you like the ending? Did you like those final 3 episodes?
The 3-parter was pretty good, pretty decent. I liked it. That last episode, it was like, what? So I'm curious how they turned that around.
Because it was a
Peacekeeper Wars.
Good episode mixed with Eclipse episode mixed with setting the stage for Peacekeeper Wars or something because if that would have been the ending to Farscape, I would have been kind of upset if I was in when did it end? 2001, 2, 3, something like that.
Let's look it up.
No, it would have ended like 2004-ish, huh? Proper at least. That would have hurt my soul if I would have watched that episode not knowing.
Yeah, I wonder if it was kind of an FU ending because it got canceled, But maybe it was. It felt a little bit like that.
If that was the intent and goal and purpose, as well as leave the door open because you introduce a really cool looking alien, like literally in the last 30 seconds of it all.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Predator, like only not Predator, but it just opened like that same kind of way. Anyway.
That was my favorite alien we've seen since the Cthulhu guy in all of Farscape, and that was like season 2, I think, or maybe the late season 1. I don't know. It's a cool look one. I hope it's in Peacekeepers. Tomorrow, though, for the sake of it, of course, this is just us hanging with our whole. It's all our Patreon members. We support, or thank you for your love and support, and we will love and support you as much as we can.
Yes.
But we do finish up Patreon not this week, but next week. These coming 2 weeks for Farscape, and then take a break for a month, and then we'll jump on to Battlestar. I am excited. Tomorrow it'll be you and I. Melvin still wants to pop in, but I haven't heard back from Melvin in like 2 or 3 days now. He does, of course, have his insomnia, and that can kind of lead to bouts of sleeping to catch up on the lack of sleep. So that makes sense. We'll just have to keep our eyes and ears open for him. And whatchamacallit, my buddy Money should be here tomorrow morning to sit in the background and watch as well. And my friend Matt, who is the guy that filmed the Colin Cunningham interview and did all that for us, and it's edited for us a couple times before. He'll be around.
All right, cool.
So that's gonna be fun. Full house for maybe the last 2 weeks of Farscape, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Besides that, though, I too have watched. Now even more of Paradise, but I'm still 2 episodes away from the finale. I've gotten up to episode 7.
But
finished episode 6.
It's interesting.
I thought Jane was creepy before. Jane's freaking creepy. The recontextualization just made her even more creepy. I'm like, awesome, great. The mailman also, F that guy. I kind of feel bad for him a little bit. I knew the second I saw the actor, I was like,
Well, you like him at first, but
he always plays characters like that. You're like,
anyway,
okay,
spoiler alert.
You're a lovable teddy bear, but that teddy bear doesn't have every screw tied in very tight. It's angry teddy bear, you might say. He's a Toy Story type teddy bear.
Yeah. You know what Alex is now?
Yes. Yeah.
That's really interesting, especially with the Circuit City guy, and that was wild.
I don't know if we've gotten to that because that's episode 7.
Oh, okay.
But with the context you gave us and with what they've already alluded to, Alex was going to be an electronic thing. I don't know. I'm excited to see. I guess we shouldn't get into too many spoilers just now on a random Sunday, but I'm excited for Link and everything else to come to fruition right there. Because Jane and Link, I'm gonna stop there. That was just a cool little moment of I'm just a well-dressed little, like, not damsel in distress, but I'm just a well-dressed tiny little gal walking out here. Don't mind me. I was like, oh no, don't mess with Jane. I was like, this is about to be bad. All those people watching Farscape, how am I supposed to get my attention? I don't know if you could hear it. I had some good stomping.
Yes, I could hear it.
Right there. Good. Thank you, House Shoes, for a good stomp feed. So yeah, of course, Farscape and Paradise, like we've been watching and talking. Outside of that, I watched this week's episode of Witch Hat Atelier, that anime that I've been watching, and that's a good one. I'll tell you, I needed that damn show after a couple of the movies I've seen this week. Whew! I'm trying to think of any other shows I've watched. I think I've watched 1 or 2 episodes of Beef with my roommate. That's kind of like my roommate show right now with Jose. And we've been watching season 2 of Beef, which is not as good as season 1. You can't beat Stephen Yeun and Amy Wong just being awesome. Even though I love Carey Mulligan and Oscar Isaac, Kaylee Spaney, and Charles Melton, it's not there. It's not as good as season 1. I think TV-wise, that's kind of about it. I feel
Mhm.
like there might have been. Oh, of course, The Boys. The Boys. That's the thing I'm forgetting right there. Is I watched season 5, episode 7, the penultimate episode of the entire series of The Boys.
Mhm.
And it sucks so much. Like this, oh my god! Eric Kripke. I hope he never writes another. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that live. I shouldn't say that when Eric Kripke. I would work on one of your shows, but shit, man, please, I would work on your shows if you are writing it. I don't know
Mhm.
what's been going on, but
Right.
the last 2 seasons of The Boys went from the first 3 seasons of The Boys is poignant. It's out there. It's out there, especially with how season 1 and season 3 both start. Season 1, Huey and his girlfriend, and season 3, there's the termite man doing his thing. Those are the great seasons. Whether they're gory, intense, weird, zany, crazy, any adjective you can kind of minister to them, they kind of fit the bill most of the time.
Mhm.
Seasons 4 and 5 have that still, but the good writing is completely absentee, and it's a shame. It really is a shame. It's a frustrating watch every week, but I've spent 5-6 years watching the show at this point, so I'm not going to not finish it.
Right.
But I'm at the point where I'm looking for a rusty nail on the side of my wall to bang my head up against every time I'm watching an episode.
Yeah.
But
I have to ask my husband about that because yesterday he was watching, he's binging it himself because I'm not really, I watched like the first season or some of the first season, but I'm just like, not for me. But
the first 3 seasons are a legitimately good story and are worth getting through, even the excessive gore and everything like that. Because I know, I'm the right demographic for all that. Most folks generally are like, oh, I can deal with so much of that. I don't need that much.
Right.
And
it's more like the way they do it than that they do it for me.
It's purposeful shock factor. The first 3 seasons are purposeful shock factor alongside a story beat.
Yeah.
Where seasons 4 and 5 are purposeful shock factor for the sake of purposeful shock factor. And there are elements of that littered in seasons 1, 2, 3 as well, but it was more purposeful. It was, okay, there's this big thing that we're going to definitely shock a bunch of people and make everybody at home go, real quick.
Yeah.
But they're only doing that because of the contextualization of why what happened. And now that's just out the window. Literally, a couple of deaths that have happened to big characters in your final season, which I'm not going to say who, but, you're going to have character deaths your final season of a show. The deaths have been really good this season. I haven't felt much about any of them besides, oh, that was actually a really good scene within a really bad episode. Every single time. Every single time. But hey, David, I'm super interested in watching this Man on Fire series.
Right.
Did you ever watch Denzel's Man on Fire back in the day?
It sounds familiar. He's like a bodyguard or something. I think I've seen it, but like a long time ago. I'm trying to remember.
A bodyguard for a wealthy, I think, Mexican family in Mexico. I believe it's Mexico. Correct me, Chad, if I'm if I'm misremembering. Excuse me. And the daughter of the wealthy family, who he's kind of almost in charge of overseeing like the kids' safety first and foremost,
right,
gets taken away from the family and held for ransom by, I think it's cartel members, and she's like a pseudo daughter to him as well as it being his job to the family and to the kid as her bodyguard, and he just brings hell to get that kid back. And it's so good. I thought it was a meaningful series about a father getting in contact with his son. The boys that I was like, what are you? What? I was like, it's a daughter in Man on Fire. It's really good. It's my dad's. It's maybe not the best film in the world, but it's it's a great acted, performed, yada yada film. Maybe not the best film in the put together sense in the world.
Yeah.
So
Denzel's always good. So yeah,
it's my dad's favorite movie. So it has a kind of a soft spot for me, and I really do love the story. It's a great one. Sad story, but good feel at the end of the day. Hopefully, I don't know how the series is going to play it.
I think I've seen at least some of it.
Okay. Because this one's, I believe, correct me, David. I think it's Yahya Abdul-Mateen the third. Is he the second or third? The guy that plays Black Manta and Aquaman and Dr. Manhattan and Wonder Man. Yeah, I could give you about 6 other roles of
yeah.
Yeah,
I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
But yeah. So The Boys is kind of crazy right now. I'm interested in the Man on Fire. I almost want to just talk about anything else real quick because I could talk for the next 20 minutes, which I know you only have 20 minutes left.
Yes.
About 2 movies that I saw back to back. Not back to back. I saw Wednesday night Hokum, Adam Scott's new horror movie, which was only like I think a $3 million, $5 million budget. It was really small. And it did really well for that budget, of course. And maybe not really well, but did well. And it's a really, really good movie. Really good horror movie. Very scary. I went into the movie theater, sat in the movie theater, and like in the first act, I was sitting there and I thought to myself, was that joint just enough for me to go to sleep if I really want to? Because this movie does seem kind of bad and scary at a certain point, and I might want to just drift off. Yeah, I was so enthralled, I just sat there like this for the next hour, and just it was really good. Obsession, this new horror movie by Curry Barker, which I think all of us would probably recognize his face just from TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all of the different reels. He's just a TikToker, YouTuber kind of guy. And for $750,000, I think $1 million with marketing was, I think, the budget. Super cheap. Made $16 million in its opening like 2 days. And it was insanely good. Insanely good. For people that don't like horror movies, I would still say go see this one. And it's worth the scare. Not that it's not that scary or anything like that. It's really, it's not like some over gory. It's not some over like psychological thing. It's very psychological, but it's not like some demonic force and this and that.
Right. Yeah.
It's not any of those things, but it doesn't like bog itself down in the specificities of those things, and it allows you to just feel the dread of the main 2 characters, main four generally, but really those main 2. It was really good. Also that night, tried to go see In the Gray, like a late night showing, like a 10:45, 11 p.m. showing. I made it about 12, 15 minutes before I fell asleep. I tried. It seemed decent. Jose, my roommate, really enjoyed it. I'd already seen a movie earlier that day. I did not get much sleep the night before. I didn't make it through. But I'm probably going to go see it again because Guy Ritchie, you know. I think that's it. I can dive further into Obsession and Hokum later. But I think I got to show you something.
All right.
I'm kind of excited to show you. And y'all don't forget. David said Men on Fire was a bit slow for me. The series is okay. The movie's slow. The movie is not meticulously slow per se, but it's almost like ardently slow, and everything has purpose, and you're going to see that purpose take up the course of runtime they thought it needed to, you know? Thank you, sir. Okay, I am bringing up this. If y'all haven't noticed, we have not put a thumbnail up today or anything. We were like, okay, let's just kind of do a short hangout stream real quick, impromptu. Let's dive on into this. Matt, yesterday though, let me see if I can get these things downloaded for us, and we will soon have the ability to. Oh, some of these are going to be a little funky, so I'm going to play around with these with y'all. And we have some new banners and logos for Sci-Fi Sundays. Ooh, that one's a little funky. I might not do that.
Get rid of that horrible picture of me.
You mean we need to bring Chewie up right now? It's too good. Too good. Okay. I just downloaded these three, so let's upload this. I'm showing y'all my crazy way of making thumbnails here. Y'all are peeking behind the curtains.
Some BTS today.
You know. I thought this one had the logo with it. Nope. Okay. One of these, this is our new Sci-Fi Sundays logo right here.
All right, cool.
Are we fans? Look cool? Try to make sure it's centered correctly.
Mm-hmm.
That way we can download this thing and then we have a logo, y'all.
All right.
Sci-Fi Sundays. Y'all like it though?
Yeah, it's good. I like the one that has all the words too. But I know that's like supposed to be just kind of the up in the corner little thing.
Cool. Hold up. It's a little off kilter. I'm trying to make sure it's actually in the center.
Yeah, it's kind of hard
funky.
to. Yeah.
But
right.
This one, I think is really fun too.
Yeah, I like that. Mm-hmm. I like the font there. Looks good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Chat, we enjoying them?
Mm-hmm.
Monk, hello!
Hello.
And Donnie!
Hi.
All is well. Everyone is well. It's official. Disney Plus's upcoming Power Rangers reboot show to move production to Vancouver, BC, Canada. Oh, Monk is here. You know what? I'm still not used to doing this just yet. Sooner than later, I'll be used to putting that ZPM on. Oh, wait. You can't even see it right now. Great. There we go.
There you go.
We need just a little light in the back, you know? Just let's just... But yeah, these are our new, I was about to say, thumbnails for today. They're going to be our thumbnails for today as well, but new logos for Sundays, which I'm pretty darn excited about myself, if I do say so. That was the weirdest way I've ever said that saying, but you get it. Downloading that with a transparent background. Let's see if I can get one without a transparent.
Yeah, can you mess around, like change the background font color and all that?
We could, technically. And
not that you need to, I just was curious if you could.
Yeah, I was just gonna try it out for the sake of it, and now I can't find where the color stuff is for it. Copy style. Okay, I was like, is that a paintbrush? Can I do something with that? That'd be a negatory ghostwriter, apparently.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, you finished the Odyssey? Like reading it? Were you reading it yourself, or were you reading it for class with your kiddos?
Yeah.
Valhalla.
I just watched a couple for the Odyssey. I just watched YouTube videos recapping it. That's good for you. Yeah.
That's gonna be. I still don't know what to think about that movie.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Okay. Is it related to the story?
Oh, I see. No, I don't think it is.
All right.
Of course, that the transparent background does not work with our logo stuff up here. Let me see if.
Oh yes, because it's black on black, basically.
That looks decent. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. It's a video game. Yeah, not to be controversial or anything, but have you seen the casting list for the Odyssey movie?
Yeah, I'm still to see what they do with it. I'm not
I-
gonna.
I'm intrigued.
I get what you're saying. But
I'm of every mind possible.
I'll
that
probably still watch it just to.
Oh, I'm
check it
gonna go
out.
see it day one for
Mhm.
sure. I just don't know what they were
Elliot.
thinking.
Mhm.
Tony.
Hello.
Yeah, I don't know. That it just feels like
Mhm.
I don't know if it was Nolan or who, but it just was like let's try to piss off everybody and see if that works. And it's Christopher Nolan. He hasn't made a bad movie in my book. Me either. I
Yeah.
adore Christopher Nolan.
Mhm.
Well, this is the first time I've been skeptical. Me too. I actually enjoyed Tenet a lot. I think far more than the average Joe, which
Mhm.
is a shame because I think it's good.
Yeah.
It's definitely weird, but it's good.
Mhm.
Okay, let's see. Nope, that's not going to work because it's transparent. How's this one? There we go. Little Sci-Fi Sundays up there.
Mhm.
That's cool. Because this one, we can't see at all. Oh, we kind of... I like it, but we need the inverse
Yeah.
of that, I think.
Yep. Yeah, you can't really. It's barely. I mean, if you didn't know it was there, you wouldn't see it.
Maybe we could play around here and actually do the inverse. How do I do that again? I guess changing the style would do it, but also what? We're making it marble look.
Thinking. It's taking its time.
Oh no, that's just totally a 2 now. That was what we were worried about originally too. Is like the font is kind of like a 2 if you're not really careful.
Right.
We had to change the font a few times. Matt just kept sending stuff back. He was like, "Is this? No. Is this? No. How about this? Nah." And then we finally found this one with this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, it looks good.
There's a way to inverse the color scheme here. Don't ask me what it is just yet, but we will figure it out. Does anyone find it odd that Robert Pattinson is the villain of both the Odyssey and Dune 3, and they both have Zendaya in them? It is definitely interesting that they went from never having a film together to being in 3 films in the same year. That is just interesting, but yeah.
Oh, good point.
Yes, okay. Well, I'm glad you said that, Tony, because I literally said that yesterday in the group chat. I was like, it's not too close, right? And we looked back at the old logo, the one from World War II kind of era. We're like, okay, it doesn't look the same. But I was like, it's necessary to have Sci-Fi Sundays written under it. Okay, I'm glad you're with me.
Yeah.
Because I thought the same thing, if I'm being honest. I was like, we're gonna test the water, see how people like it today. Because I like the logo, but we do have a version with little staggered Sci-Fi Sundays under it, and not a fan of the sign. My outro for SciTrek is good if I do say so myself. I'd love to use more things. I just really worry with AI stuff, and I don't like to promote AI stuff too. I love the effort and generation that you do for us.
Yeah,
I want to use it. We just literally, if we use it, we have to flag our video as a video that uses AI in it rather than just a standard YouTube video at that point. It makes us recategorize everything because people don't trust it, and rightfully so in a lot of ways.
Right.
No,
I like it. It's probably good, I think, to have the name in case, if there's just people that, hop on that are not familiar with us, they know what it is.
Yeah. For sure. But there are, because they just made a couple really good ones that I want to use. I just want to use them correctly whenever we can.
Yes.
You know? Because if it's for fun and stuff like that, whenever it's like a fun example of something like that, always, hell yeah. It's more so like I feel bad about monetizing a stream that utilizes AI. At the end of the day, I don't.
Yeah, I get it.
That part hurts my soul, just a little bit. If it was like an engineering project or something like that, sure. But you know, just like on a interpersonal, intercommunicative level like this. Yeah. And that one's really good. It's so simple that that one's like a really good simple one. All of the ones, I guess, because all the ones you send us are awesome, but that one's just perfectly like stagnant. It's a stagnant page with a heartbeat rather than big Stargate going or something like that. And you can just tell it's AI versus Jace. You can't really tell it's AI. And I'm not saying one way or another. It's just it's the reason I haven't dove into using it just yet. And also, even then, I feel bad about if we're making apps or something, I'd be using AI all day. And it does speed the process up and make the process so much more financially viable of YouTube and everything. Just it just hurts my soul. Just hurts my soul a little bit.
I get what you're saying.
But also, it's a great tool. And like, I'm of two minds, and I haven't found a happy medium yet.
It just depends on what it's being used for, whether it's good or bad. Really, is what it comes down to. Hi, Peter.
Yeah, and I don't know where to categorize it. Whenever we're like monetizing things off of it, even if it's not like we're not some crazy big channel or anything like that. It's
yet.
No, not yet. And hey, we could definitely boost up anything and everything we have right now and still be moving and grooving better. But we're not trying to just beg for super chats or beg for everything else, you know.
No.
And when
although
it comes
you're always free to do it if you want.
Yeah, we have definitely talked about trying to get back into let's make this thing like a functional like community, you know, and I just feel bad about utilizing the AI to ask $4, even though that's not what we're doing, you know. It's just
right.
I don't know. Cognitively, I'm at a halt, you know. Don't know how to process that one necessarily. But yeah, before you have to hop out of here, what else you thinking? Any crazy thoughts this week?
Not really.
Oh,
no. I mean, I'm just. Don't cast Chevy Chase. Okay, why is that?
The last two were static. Okay.
Stomping feet.
I love the stomping feet though. My house shoes are actually perfect for that. I'm so glad. I literally was having this conversation on set with people yesterday about how everyone's just like, Chevy Chase, he's still supposed to be an asshole, right? It was like, haven't heard any other thing yet, and I don't think anybody's hired him to be on a set in a long time because of that.
Yeah, I don't think he's exactly. Is he even really working anymore? I mean, like truly working. He's mostly kind of.
He was working.
I know he did that Community, but I mean,
and then he got fired from that, and they're trying to get a movie together for the last like 6 years for that. And I think the entire cast is set to be in it, besides Chevy Chase, of course.
Right.
And God, I love Chevy Chase's films. He's such a good actor.
Yeah. As a kid, I thought they were hilarious, you know, especially what was that one where he was exposed to nuclear waste? That one is pretty funny. Oh, what's that called? Anyway.
I can see the poster too. He's 82. I doubt he'll change. Yeah. He's set in his ways.
Yeah, I mean, who even really knows who he is unless you're over like 40 or something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's one of those old I forget who exactly said it, but one of his old SNL cast members was like, "Yep, Chevy Chase is that guy that will sleep with your girlfriend and sleep with your wife, and then come back in the next day and just shake your hand and smile." It was just like, oh, that's a great reputation to have amongst your peers. But he's so funny. Like Caddyshack is literally just, I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Caddyshack
and him in that is
Airplane may be some of the funniest films ever, and I don't know if those are. I mean, not every single joke in both of them will age perfectly, but I think those movies age like fine wine over time.
I'm looking up what that movie is I'm thinking of because I really want to know now. It's bugging me.
Three Amigos is so good too. Martin Short, Chevy Chase, Steve Martin. Come on. Spies Like Us. That's not the one.
Ishtar?
Was it Fletch?
Fletch.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, I see the freaking poster.
The first one's not. I mean, they're not like all great movies, but I remember like enjoying it. It wasn't like the greatest, but
then we got the vacation films.
Oh yeah, vacation movies.
I love the vacation movies.
Yes,
vacation. And yeah, good point, Peter. Sometimes competence is enough. Being nice is extra. Yeah, but when we talked about it on set yesterday, just how there was only about, I think, 12 of us, including the actors. I think 4 actors. No, 5 actors, and I guess 7 of us, including the everybody on camera. The director was also an actor. The producer and AD was not an actor, and I wasn't acting yesterday either. So there was a certain amount of different people doing different elements of things on the set, but it's such a collaborative process. Every step of the way, it seems like, oh, it's just the director doing this or that, but like the director's main thing is to assign different duties to different people and have the confidence and faith in those people that it's the necessary crew to do what needs to be done. The competence, being nice is extra. Being nice is part of it. It's really just part of it. There's a reason all the why people have been talking about how they hate method acting in Hollywood and everybody that I guess across the globe, whether it be London, Vancouver, Hollywood, New York, Atlanta, wherever. It used to be just competence. At this point, people are like, yeah, we don't want you to be Jared Leto and sending dead rats and use condoms to us. Like, I don't want you to be method acting. I don't want you to be a literal dick to everybody. Like, just nobody needs the Joker on set. Take yourself out of it and relax, buddy. Method acting sucks. It's so good. Daniel Day-Lewis is great.
Yeah.
But you know what he
does do? They feel like they have to stay in it until the day's over or the whole time they're filming or whatever.
Daniel Day-Lewis does it right, if anybody, because he does do that. But he's not the type of person that, like, when frickin' Jared Leto, I still like Jared Leto as an actor. the man, the myth, Jared Leto, that's a whole different story, and I don't know if I even have an opinion on that. But like during Morbius, who I forget. It's oh my god. Well, I'm blanking on what it's called. It's the same thing that Walter Jr. has, and why Walt Jr. can't walk without the crutches. I just can't think of the
MS.
I think so. I think multiple sclerosis. But I believe that's what Morbius has. Dr. Morbius can't walk normally without all that. So Jared Leto had people wheelchair him around on set, the entire set. And he wasn't Vampire Morbius.
Right.
Daniel Day-Lewis doesn't make people wheelchair him around set when he is completely fully able-bodied and able to walk in between takes. He's also not sending people used condoms and dead rats and weird things that are in character. Come on. And he's not like, I mean, Mark Strong is not Mark Strong, excuse me. Is it Mark Strong? Not Mark Strong. No, not Mark Strong. Who's the guy from Succession? It's gonna kill me when I see his name. I'm going down. Jeremy Strong. I was like, I got one of the names right. Shoot.
Yes.
He is also famously like the most method of actors that continues to get a lot of work nowadays. And Brian Cox, an amazing actor, grumpy actor, but an amazing actor. Talks about working with him on Succession. He was like, that guy's amazing. I wish he'd stop that bullshit method acting though, over and over again. And it's I love when Brian Cox gets just a little bit spicy. It's always entertaining.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a little much. And Brian Cox points out like he doesn't need to be doing that. These characters to just act, dude. You know, and as great as Jeremy Strong is.
I mean, if you need to be in it, that's fine, but find a way to drop in and out, or don't force other people, don't pull other people into it. If you need to stay that character, then stay the character, but don't force other people to have to do things like you're the character. I think that's going too far.
It's the saying that works really well with everything. Don't bring your homework with it. Don't bring your work home with you. That's what I'm trying to say. I said it 3 different ways. I think it all sounds close enough, but don't bring your work home with you, and that leaks into acting too. I mean, especially acting.
Especially if you've got, you're playing like a really dark character or something, don't want to bring that home.
No, and instead of, okay, well, maybe you're not bringing it home, but you're forcing everybody on set to, even if you're away from your family for a couple months on a film set across the world or whatever, you bringing that back to your hotel room or wherever you're staying, as long as there's more people that are on that film set around you, you're bogging them down more than helping them out. It loses the collaborative process, and it turns into, it's all about, oh, here we go. It's a stomp feet kind of moment here. It's all about me, and that's what method acting is. It's like, okay, get the stick out your ass and play nice with everybody, please. Is kind of what I like to say to most method actors. And I respect the thought and process behind method acting. I think the best type of acting is method acting, when you can put yourself in it for a scene, and then you're out of it. And it might take a second. There are the whole the easy example is Matthew McConaughey and Leo DiCaprio and Wolf of Wall Street. That that whole scene, whatever, where they're doing a little is Matthew McConaughey's vocal warm up before a scene. He's just getting his chest loose, all of his phlegm loose, and everything else like that. That's just acting. Well, that's what it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be bringing stuff home from work and it's a lot.
Well, acting does seem to attract some certain personality types. So
I will give a slight spoiler for, I think, 2 episodes ago of The Boys. The Legend comes back up, and he's a character that's been there since season 1. I forget the actor's name. He's a legend actor. He's awesome. But he plays like that sleazy Hollywood guy in the back kind of deal. And we see him definitely lose a lot of his credibility throughout the series, and where we meet him. Paul Reiser, thank you so much, Monk. Thank you so much. He's so good. He has some great moments in a really bad episode, as this whole season's felt like. And he talks to Homelander, who, of course, familiar enough with Homelander. Generally public, I think everybody knows Homelander at this point. And he says, he kind of says to Homelander, like, I get it. you're kind of surprised that Homelander let him live. Not after that moment. Because they're having a moment where Homelander's totally about to just this guy, laser beam him real quick at a certain point.
Mhm.
But hey, this guy almost raised me. He's the guy. He didn't almost raise him, but he raised him in the entertainment part of that world. Because if you remember
Right.
season 1 of The Boys, it's very much corporate superheroes, and they're
exactly.
their movies. They've got their brand deals. They've got all this. Yes, yeah. Spoilers for this.
Right. Anyway, well, I have to get out of here, by the way. So I'm just gonna.
It's just a quick moment. He says to Homelander, he's like, talent's crazy, kid. I understand you. And it's a little bit more poignant than just that.
Mhm.
But Homelander doesn't kill him, essentially, because, hey, maybe I'm not as crazy as I thought. And hey, it's Hollywood, baby. It's that whole kind of same thought. It's again, every episode is having really good scenes within. Not the best episode right now. He needs to go back to Supernatural. Eric Kripke, stay in Supernatural. Sorry, but
I know. I got to start. I want to do a watch through with my daughter of Supernatural. I gotta set aside some time to do that. And we should. I want to maybe record ourselves while we're watching it.
It'd be cool.
Time is always against me, but I will figure it out. I'm trying to.
What was the quote we said yesterday, or not yesterday, Friday, excuse me, for Paradise when talking to Greg? It was. It was Sinatra and the guy that her and Cal saw at the lecture hall talking afterwards. And, hey, I don't care if you have the ability to build this whole. I don't care how many resources you have.
Right.
You billionaires don't understand the one resource you don't have.
Time.
It's time.
Mm-hmm.
I think Greg was going to cheer after that, just statement alone.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope he likes the rest of it. It gets good, as you know.
I've got a feeling he will.
Mm-hmm.
At least more so than season 1.
Right.
This might be one we get to talk about too. Stuart fails to save the universe. The Big Bang Theory sequel.
Oh.
They're going post-apocalyptic, and Stuart, the comic book guy.
Oh yes.
His shop's the only thing left in the world, apparently. So maybe that'll be a fun kind of change of pace.
It sounds like a web series. Although nobody does those anymore.
It really does, though.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anyway, guys, I got to get out of here. I know I just was here for a short while, but I will see all of you Patreon members tomorrow for Peacekeeper Wars. I'm excited. All right.
It's going to be so fun.
All right.
We won't even have this tomorrow. It's going to be a whole new one.
Yes. All right. All right. See you guys. Bye.
See ya. See you tomorrow. Bum, bum, bum. Now you're stuck with me. Ho, 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 ho. Stuart fails to save the universe looks pretty fun. I'm going to be down. Did I get my tickets to see The Boys series finale in theaters? They're doing the same thing that Netflix did with Stranger Things. You mean the 40X cool theater seats that would have me flying around with Homelander? I'm not spending money on that. I'm sorry. If I'm going to go see what's most likely a series finale of a TV show in the movie theaters that's coming out in the next week, I'm gonna go see Mando and Grogu. It was shot in IMAX at least, I'm not gonna spend the money to go see The Boys in movie theaters, and they don't deserve my money after the last 2 seasons. If anything, I'm gonna go burn movie theaters. I'm not ever gonna do that. But they deserve. I am never actively hoping for anything to fail in a movie theater. There's a first for everything. And I don't want it to fail. I do want it to get some extra cash. But all I've heard from Kripke and company is excuses for the last 2 seasons, and it's a shame from a show that was really, really well done. And after season 3, of course, even before in seasons 1, 2, and 3, they weren't sticking alongside the comic book run 1-to-1 or even like 1-to-2. You know, it was they're taking their own liberties and telling their own story within a world that's been explored before. It was cool. Are you bastardized it. it just after that it just became it was even worse than I think Game of Thrones season 7, season 8. I think The Boys has a bigger fall off in its final 2 seasons than Game of Thrones did in its final 2 seasons. Because Game of Thrones in its final 2 seasons, season 7 and 8, at least it's not the quality it was before, but it's a better show than about 90, at least 80% of all the other shows on air on an average week, you know, where the last 2 seasons of The Boys, mediocre at best, and it's only mediocre because they have such a talented cast of actors and performers that have just performed their hearts out. The writer's room just, damn, they didn't give them anything to work with, and it's a shame. It really is a shame. Yeah, Paul Reiser and everything is awesome. He's great. And I really wish... No, actually, if anything, he's got the best full character arc. I blame Rogan. I'd love to not... But I don't know, man, because the studio was so good. The studio was so well done. Most awarded first season of a comedy show ever, I believe. And rightfully so. It was next to perfect, I thought. Oh, he's spending money on gross effects. Sure, yeah. I think he's lost... He's so corporate now that I think he can only be funny within a corporate setting. And even whenever the false corporatism or the faux corporatism of like VOT and everything, it just kind of bastardizes itself. I don't know. Seth Rogen was like my stoner hero growing up, of course. There's like, I was about to say 6, 7. I guess 6, 7 years ago, something like that. It just felt like he betrayed everybody in his own little niche community in the world, you know? I don't know exactly why or what. I don't know if it was him just completely defriending James Franco. And no one's saying James Franco's perfect either, but hey, you can't just drop a friendship at the brink of a hat like that, especially your closest working partner. I don't know. The last few years have just felt very odd from Seth Rogen. Still like most of his projects. Like, I love The Studio. Him and Invincible. Alan and Invincible is perfect. And I even liked that American Pickle movie he did with HBO, but it's further and fewer between. I really liked that the movie where he played a press secretary and ended up like falling in love and the president falling in love with him, and it was Charlize Theron as the president. That was good. But yeah, the interview and everything around that time period was golden. It was awesome. But yeah, shock value's gone. Here we go again. On which thing? Seth Rogen or what? Game of Thrones had higher highs and the lows were higher. I don't know if the highs were all that much higher. The Boys has some amazing highs and some well-performed, really, really, really well-performed highs with some very poignant moments for that mirror history and things that are like probably going to happen and kind of are happening at times too. I don't know. It's the lows are definitely lower in the boys, I feel like. Oh, I see. I misread this. Game of Thrones had higher highs, so the lows were higher. Yes, I'm with you. I'm with you very much so. This is the End is a great movie with the perfect end. It's so good. It's silly as hell, and it is so good. I can take over a quest. I've been told I'm an argument. I don't bloody believe it. I do hope Melvin's doing well. So they will be fine. I don't feel like we're ever actually fighting. I'm just trying to make sure he actually hears what I'm saying. I don't feel like the active listening is there necessarily 100% of the time. Sometimes, like, I have to go back and be like, tell me what you said again, just in case I didn't hear it, because I'm fiddling with, sound effects or this or that. As an actor, I do try to like intently listen as much as possible, because that is acting. Is intently listening and responding in jest. But yeah. Which part? I'm confused now. But I shoot. I don't feel like we argue. We just gotta get to the nitty-gritty of what we're thinking about sometimes, and sometimes it takes a second. Sometimes it takes a moment or 4 or 7. But hey, the last few streams we've been really good about sticking more on topic and not rabbit holing as much, and that's been really fun. Especially the longer ones. They definitely take some energy out of you after sitting there for 2.5, 3 hours, 3.5 on some of them. They're fun. They're fun, but they're difficult. Strongly disagree is how they put it. Well, see, I don't even know if that's the case. I feel like we usually agree on something and we're just coming at it from different perspectives. And I'm trying to make sure that the willingness to dive and delve into other perspectives is appreciated and afforded, because I especially when it comes to talking to folks on here and streaming with people, you can always just be like, here's my pulpit. I'm going to tell you exactly what I believe, how I believe it, why I believe it, and why you should believe it too. Or we could do our due diligence and we could say, okay, I understand why people think about it this way. I understand why people think about it this way. People also think about it this way. I don't necessarily meld or vibe with that, but let's put our brains into that kind of perspective real quick, and let's figure that out. Because that's what I'm more interested in, is let's get to the bottom of something. And the best way, hey, 2 people can be telling the truth. 4 people can be telling the truth. 15 people can be telling the truth. And they all think the other one's lying. It's perspective's a huge thing, and it's really good to usually form yours from finding as many as possible, and whittling down till you get to something that actually makes hopefully logical sense. But hey, maybe I'm just crazy and a little ODD, ADD, OCD, whatever I'm trying to say. There's only one perspective. My perspective. I'm going to do a stomping feet again. I'm going to keep these shoes in here just so we can have stomp feet. It's going to be fun. First rewatch in a very long time. Oh, in general or just for Fight Club? Did my first rewatch of Fight Club with the 4K now out. Still a great film. Still very relevant today. I don't know if that film's ever going to lose its relevancy. Such a good movie. Fight Club is Chuck Palahniuk, right? The book. I was so happy. I was shocked that my English teacher, my junior year in high school, the two books. I think we read more than two books, but the two that we read a bunch of books that year, if I'm being honest. But the two books that we read in class and would, do a little book report of or something like that very frequently was we read Fight Club and we read A Clockwork Orange my junior year of high school. And I was like, as a film nerd, I was like, yes, this is it. And the reason we read those was because the teacher was a film nerd too, but a little crazy subject matter maybe for juniors in high school, but at the same time, you're 17. I don't know. It maybe not, respect for other people's beliefs is a fundamental position to hold. Yes. It was a huge flop when it came out. Oh, we read Trainspotting that year. Thank you, Monk. Yes. I'm pretty sure we read Trainspotting. I know that wasn't the same year Trainspotting 2 was coming out. I think Trainspotting 2 was 2017. We read it because I graduated in 2017 and Trainspotting 2 was filming that year. And my English teacher wanted us, because I love that English teacher. Greg Hayes, wherever you are, you're an amazing human being, and thank you for helping form my crazy brain, good sir. Because I believe we read Clockwork Orange, Fight Club, and Trainspotting. There was a book about Vietnam that we read. That was really good. Oh, I don't know exactly off the top of my head. But it was, I love Trainspotting. I'd seen the movie first, which excited me that much more. I guess I'd seen Fight Club and Clockwork Orange first as well. But I very much enjoy. I love watching a movie and then almost reading the book afterwards in that group setting, like book clubbing it in a way. It's really good. Catch-22? In what sense? Like, was it Catch-22 to do that, or is Catch-22 like the title of a book as well? I wouldn't be surprised. Choose Life. Gosh, you're so young it hurts. The book. Catch-22. Joseph Heller's satirical 1961 novel about U.S. Army Air Force's bombardier Captain John Yossarian during World War II tries to survive in the absurdity and insanity of war bureaucracy and his commanding officers in Italy. No, because it was a jungle book, if I remember right. It wasn't the Jungle Book. It was a book set in the jungle, of course. I don't know. I had to really put some thought into that. I didn't remember Trainspotting. Heart of Darkness. Was it Heart of Darkness? 1994 is so good. I don't think it was Heart of Darkness. Novella narrated by Charles Marlowe, who recounts his journey up the Congo River into the African interior as steamboat captain for a Belgian company. No. Oh, no. We didn't watch this one. Excuse me. We didn't read this one. I want to read that one because that's the Werner Herzog film as well, right? And I love me some Werner Herzog. Yeah, that's one I'd really like to check out. Let's see if this looks cool when we bring it up like that. Oh, no. Oh, and we decided we weren't going to do that because of the, I need to text Matt about those two letters being the only thing on there. It was, as I get older, I don't want anything that makes me think. Really? I mean, I guess I'm still 2.5, 3 years away from hitting 30. But as I get older, I want things that make me think so much more. And maybe part of that is also so much of the media now is just dumbed down. I'm not going to say BS because it's not. I do thoroughly enjoy Marvel, DC, and all these different things, but they don't even try with those anymore. I don't think DC ever really tried Man of Steel. did try a very interesting approach that was not Superman and was not a good Superman movie, in my opinion, at the end of the day. But I like the idea that Snyder had going into it, and this being of this godlike power, the gods and monsters of it all. You know, I did like that thought process behind it. Didn't like Batman shooting everybody all the time, and I didn't like Superman snapping necks, but or just the broody Superman. That's not the character of Superman anybody wants to watch. As much as I love Henry Cavill as Soup, that's not the movie I want to watch. I don't like Man of Steel as a Superman film. I like it as a film. I don't like The Last Jedi as a Luke Skywalker saga film. I like it as a cool Jedi movie, but it's kind of in that vein for me, you know. I've been watching a lot of old stuff, so much better written. Heyo, and even then, like, your old, just people cared more, you know. There was always the element of, hey, let's make a quick buck and use this formula here, whatever. But people just, it felt like they cared more. And I don't know exactly where to classify as, or what to classify as what made that so, you know? You have to keep in mind that at the time, the move was to ground the superhero stories into reality. Think the Dark Knight trilogy. Sure, but Snyder had zero interest in grounding anybody in reality. He didn't even meet Batfleck in grounding in reality. He said, let's give that guy toys that can fight godlike heroes. Like, immediately. And Nolan was involved on some level with Man of Steel. I think tonally, but tonally was not the right thing. Batman fits a very good dark brooding kind of hero. Superman, the ray of hope, was anything but a ray of hope. And that, no, I've got, if y'all ever really want a good debate, if y'all remember Brad, Schmook's buddy, and my buddy from college, Schmook's buddy from his hometown, Brad's buddy from college. I mean, Schmook's buddy from, my buddy from college, Schmook's buddy from his hometown. That's what I'm trying to say. Brad, he's been on here a few times, I think, and mostly been on Cinema Trek or M Cubed in the past a lot. Him and Schmook love Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice, and it just hurts my soul. And they do prefer like the director's cut, the longer version that makes it actually make some sense. It just, I'm like, y'all are so intelligent with everything, and then that movie hurts my soul, and they will fight for it till the cows come home and then some. It's fun to watch, and it's fun to get in a debate about. If y'all want a good debate, there we go one day. And just thinking about that, the frickin', I heard someone compare Martha to spoilers for The Boys episode last week. Let me real quickly just put a little spoiler on here. Oh, wrong one. The Boys last week, or 2 weeks ago, and then gets clarified this last week. Soldier Boy gives Homelander the V1 to make him into like an immortal superhero because they loved the same lady who also herself because she hated Homelander so much. Someone was like, that's the only thing I've ever seen that's worse than Martha. And I am 100% in agreement there. 100% in agreement. It was so bad. I'm not saying Batman vs. Superman was a good film, but it wasn't as bad as they make it out to be. There were some good elements. Hey, everything's got good elements, but it was worse than they made it out to be. And then it was even worse than that. It was so bad. Who also is probably Homelander's mother. Yeah, I don't like that thought. I know that's a thought. I haven't really sat with that one, and that one's just even creepier. But if that is the case, there are so many more unopened threads that this season was supposed to tackle that it just hasn't, and I'm so. I watched this morning the trailer for the finale of the entirety of The Boys. It looked so boring. It looked so boring. I was like, okay, we got a couple cool shots, and I was like, this doesn't seem like you have enough hype to where we just left to get to that within a few minutes. And it also didn't feel like there was enough action to substitute this grand finale. I don't think there is going to be a grand finale. Like, we haven't seen Homelander address a public group of people once this season. It's what's the point of putting spoiler on the screen if people just write this stuff in chat? I'm talking to you. I saw a theory that the V1 was broken by his blast. Well, oops. Yeah, that would make more sense to me. I don't know. That doesn't necessarily make more sense or not, but what? Just, I don't know. The show's gotten so bad. From a show that I looked forward to so much week by week. It's just not the same anymore. Whatchamacallit, though? Two things that were amazing. Now I can kind of talk a little bit more about Hokum and a little bit more about Obsession. I probably will head out of here in probably the next 10, 15 myself. But until then, Hokum with Adam Scott was great. Was really good. The idea is, and the trailer doesn't give anything away, but it also sets the stage very well. The first act is a whole movie in and of itself. It's a masterclass of small acting, or it's not small acting, but acting in a very controlled environment, very specific in what they choose to show. And then it hints at horror, and you end up the first act much more in a psychological, not even a thriller. I wouldn't even say thriller. It's more of a it's a psychological horror for a bit there, and it's a bit for the whole movie. The first act is very much you're inside Adam Scott's thought processes, and you're just kind of like, why is this dude such a dick? Some things happen, and then the movie just says, nope, that's right. You came to see a horror movie, and this thing's about witches. You got some crazy witch stuff going on, and it was good. It was really good. It was... I think it might be my favorite witch movie since Blair Witch Project, which came out the year I was born. So that's the entirety of my life there. Of course, I didn't watch it the year I was born by any means, but hey, I think there are a few other really good like witchy horror movies and stuff like that, but it's more like witch fantasy. Penny Dreadful takes the cake, I think, but this one was really good. It's not a whole bunch of the witch. The witch is utilized very well, like in Blair Witch. You get to see more of the character that is the witch, and kind of maybe a little bit of the rhyme for the reason. I hope Hokum does well. I hope Obsession and a few of these other horror movies doing as well as they are bring some extra love and monetary success towards Hokum, because this is one where, hey, I loved Smile, I loved Megan. I didn't need Megan 2. I didn't need Smile 2. A lot of the cheap horror movies just kind of inadvertently quickly get a sequel because, hey, it was a cheap horror movie. Let's keep running at it if you still have good ideas. And even though the ideas might be decent, I don't feel like those were necessary. Hokum is one where I think it invites more. And I would like to delve more into that. It's not found footage, but it's almost like a better version of Blair Witch in a lot of ways, and it's not that, but it's also kind of it's similar in a lot of ways. It's definitely not a 1-to-1 or a 1-to-2 comparison like we were saying earlier either. Not started The Boys, not finished them all yet, but know far more than I want to. Well, watch it all on like 1.5 speed, I guess. I don't know what to tell you, David. Gotta catch up, or not. You know, I enjoyed Agatha all along. I'm looking forward to Vision Quest. Yeah, but that's not like I guess I just generalized witch movies. I guess witch horror movies, because most of the time when witch things come to mind, it's very like Marvel or Halloween Town or even witchy, but anti-hero kind of witchy, like Penny Dreadful. Like Eva Green's a witch, but is she bad? Most witches are good, right? Like it's even Witch Hat Atelier, like I'm watching right now. Witches are good, you know. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm very excited for Vision Quest, especially that being Terry Matalas. I'm more excited for Terry Matalas's Magic the Gathering animated TV show on Netflix, but hey, we can only ask for so many things at once. Come on. Oh, and I guess Wicked. There you go. Yeah, that's the perfect example of, I'm like, there's something very witchy that's been around recently that it's not a bad witch, but kind of gets depicted as a bad witch nonetheless. Perfect example. Peter, me too. I wish Megan 2.0 had been a lot darker. I liked what they went with. I wish they would have kept the horror aesthetics rather than lean into, now we're like Poppy Terminator, and it was just kind of like, what are we doing? Why? The idea is cool. Why did you choose this type of tone and aesthetic, I guess, for the project? Because it just, Warlock with Julian Sands is really good. I feel like I've heard of it. 1989. Oh yes, I've heard of this and I've never seen it. That might be one I need to just check out. I was gonna say this weekend. The weekend's over today. Sometime this week, maybe. I'm trying to catch up. There's so much to watch, and I don't live alone, so there's a limited time to get through things. Yeah. So this is when we all need to just. I don't know if I trust Neuralink just yet or not. It's doing some amazing things for people so far, but I'm still skeptical, as I think we should all be with most new technologies. Skeptical and excited at the same time. But hey, maybe we can just download the episodes whenever we get to it. Hopefully it's faster than actually, I hope Neuralink takes the time it needs to succeed. That's the better way of saying it. I don't want them to speed that up and just toss a bunch of humans in human trials. The 10 or 12 people that have done it so far, good. That's why I'm very specific with the shows I adopt and don't care about spoilers for the other ones. Yeah. Well, also, I do have it in my... Actually, I have my notes on here as well on my computer. I can bring up the study. Oh, come on. Notes in general. Yes, this is it. This is the video right here. The idea is that, and this, I forget which exact college or university, excuse me, did. No, I don't want to bring it up here. Bring it up here, please. And this page. The idea is that anticipation is chemically within the human brain more of a what's the word I'm looking for? It's more. It's your brain enjoys anticipation more than it does a surprise. A surprise is nice, but your brain prefers anticipation and trying to figure out. The brain prefers to have a little bit of a game where I know what's going to happen, but I don't know how. I might know this small, minute detail here, or even a big detail, but how are these steps that have been presented in front of me going to get to where they are? And I forget exactly which university did it. I do have this YouTube video pulled up, though. I believe this is the one that cites it. It's how to do a plot twist. I don't think this is the video. That looks like a decent video, but I don't think. No, it is how to do a plot twist. Okay, that's the one. So if y'all go check this one out, how to do a plot twist, you will understand what I mean when I say anticipation is better than surprise. Great channel, great video, very worth the watch. But yeah, it will copyright us too quickly to do that right now, so let's not. Neuralink, no thanks. Someone would probably hack it and download the entire series of Peppa Pig in my head. Well, I'm about to say, you start speaking with a British accent like all the little American kids that watch it, but you already have one, so it would just be a bunch of grueling television stuck inside your brain. I'm struggling to watch Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. The stories are so curated by the studio. Me too. Me too. I am, even though I enjoy talking it with Melvin, and I love the creatures aspect of it, and the kaiju and everything like that. It's a bog. It's a bog. And then it really did pick up for me. I think it was 10 episodes a season. I think it was episode 8 of season 2. It's the one that's, I think, literally titled String Theory. It becomes more than just a kaiju show. It says, oh yeah, kaiju are sci-fi. Oh, guess what? We're sci-fi too. Then those final 2 or 3 episodes of season 2 were legitimately good episodes, I felt. Every episode prior to that, for me, I was falling asleep at it, you know. But from String Theory on, I thought it was like legitimately a good show. It does kind of dwindle down a little bit of its cast as well, which I think is necessary. And as much as I love Kiersey Clemons, they have no idea what they want to do with her character, and I hope season 3 culls down the cast even more. Oops. Sometimes the spoiler makes me want to watch the show. As an example, I didn't watch the show until I saw Joffrey's death in Game of Thrones. Joffrey dies in Game of Thrones? I'm kidding. No. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't watch Game of Thrones till I saw Natalie Dormer, I think, get blown away in the Sept of Baelor. And is it the Sept of Baelor? What's the Sept called in there again? Whatever it is. And I doubled down, and no, maybe it was before then. I think it was before then. I saw a big scene like that as well, and I doubled down, started reading the whole books, rewatching the show, and then I finally watched the final 2 seasons live. Oh, am I buffering? Yay, nay, sorta, kinda. Y'all let me know. The tap dancing down the stairs at the end of Yankee Doodle Dandy is the best thing I've seen all week. What? I don't know. I was trying to make a buffer noise, and I was like, actually, I don't know if there's a noise for buffer. It's just the circle of death. I didn't read the books till after the show ended, though. George R. R. Martin, finish the books! Finish the books, George! I really hope. Apparently, Winds of Winter is done, but I'm not entirely sure. Watch it on YouTube, 1942. Oh, Yankee Doodle Dandy. Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, my only English college credit is my Game of Thrones English course. I don't remember the professor's name now. I think it was Dr. Jill something. I remember Dr. Jill. She wanted us to call her by her first name, but still, of course, say doctor. God, I don't remember her last name. She was the coolest lady, too. If anybody goes to TCU or ever ends up at TCU, she's a great professor. Take her class. Retcon Season 8 with the new book. I don't think any of those actors are willing to come back, and they're way older than their characters were now. Not like way older, but that was almost 8 years ago now, wasn't it? So kind of. They're almost a decade older. Wow. It's fine now? Cool. Okay, well, before I jump out of here, y'all go watch, of course, that How to Do a Plot Twist by Now You See It. And you'll understand what I mean when I say anticipation is greater than surprise. AI will not fix it. Stomps feet again. Professor Farnsworth. Ayo. There's actually a really funny scene in Logan Lucky where there was a hostage situation in a prison, and one of the demand was for George R.R. Martin, to finish the books. I remember that scene. I forgot about that scene until you brought it up, but I love Logan Lucky. That was one of those movies I was like, I'm not going to go see that in movie theaters. I don't know. It just doesn't look that good. Then finally, whenever I sat at home, knew who Adam Driver was and was like, Daniel Craig and Adam Driver. Okay. So fun. It's such a fun movie. Before we call this a day, Right Like the Wind. I know a guy who was in it. Went to high school with him. Oh, cool. That's really cool. Big character, little character, background, somebody on set. Charles Halford. No, he specified the name. Now we got IMDb Charles Halford. We have to. You put him on the spot. Let's see what he's done. Share this tab. This guy right here. This guy right here. He's 6'6". He's an actor, best known for playing Chas Chandler on the NBC series Constantine, Iago in episode 4 of season 8 of The Walking Dead, Big John in Outer Banks, Earl and Logan Lucky, and Sammy Wilds in Bad Times of the El Royale. Okay, so I've seen this guy in a few places. He looks familiar. Oh, him with a big old electrical wire through him. 6'6". That is a hulk of a human being right there. Awesome. Wasn't High School Musicals with him? That's awesome. That's actually great. We need him and Greg in a movie. 6'4", 6'6", just hanging out. He was in True Detective season 1. Oh, cool. Cool. Okay, before I hop out of here, though, I have to talk to y'all about Obsession. That movie, so well done. Curry Barker. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Curry Barker or not. Let me see if y'all recognize this guy whenever I bring him up. Because he's not somebody I would really recognize from besides just being kind of like that odd guy on YouTube and TikTok. I mean, I don't watch TikTok, but like YouTube, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, TikTok for those who have it, and so on and so forth. He's not the person I would have thought, you know? But shoot. Obsession was phenomenally well done. Oh, night, Peter. It's I think only got 4 to 5, maybe 6 locations, mostly houses and stuff like that. There's a couple like dinner scenes. There's a couple car scenes. There's the work office that they all work at kind of deal. It's a very simple movie in setup and premise. If you don't know the premise is it's this little fun friend group of 4 people, 2 girls, 2 guys. They all work in the same music rental store. I think it's supposed to be like the late 90s, early 2000s, something like that. And I think it's early 2000s. The idea is one guy, your main character, Bear, is, I think his name's Baron, but he goes by Bear. He is totally head over heels for this one girl in his friend group. The other girl might like him more so, and the girl that he likes definitely kind of friend zoning, you know? And he thought he was going to have, you know, the confidence to say, hey, I like you. I like you a lot. When he was bringing her home one day, doesn't work out that way. And he goes and I guess he found this thing called a one-wish willow. And it's kind of a little bit of a witchy kind of thing, honestly. Little demonic, little witchy, little kind of somewhere in there. If Curry Barker were to team up with Zach Kreger, this could be in the weapons world very easily, I feel. And it was kind of like witchy magic in the sense of weapons last year, which felt really cool to me. It didn't lean into the comedy as much like Weapons does, even though Curry Barker's funny too. It was scary. It was scary, and it was really good all the way through the entirety of it. The idea is he stops before he goes into work. He's like, okay, talk to this girl on the phone. She broke this necklace. I'm going to go find her some crystal necklace, and I'm going to go to this kind of like crystal shop with all this kind of stuff. And he says, okay, do you have crystal necklaces? Nothing really in his fancy. He's like, she's not going to like any of this stuff. He sees this thing called a one-wish willow. It's just this little package thing. You pull it out, break it in half, and you get one wish. And, of course, then we get – this is all in the trailer, by the way. You get to the point of him dropping the girl off. She goes, he's like, hey, I gotta, I lost my train of thought. Just, you know, whatever. And it's like, oh, dude, come on. This was your chance kind of moment, you know? And he knows that, especially the second she walks back up to her doorsteps. And he's in his car, and he just breaks it and goes, the one-wish willow, and says, I wish she loved me more than anybody else in the whole world. And that brought a lot of the scariness to the story. It's called Obsession because after that, it's almost like a possession film in a lot of ways, where she's no longer who she was. You know, now she is, this wish has happened, and now she is obsessed with it. And it went from being friend zoned to, why are y'all dating and like dating really quickly? And it's a scary movie, but it's really, really well told. I could not recommend Obsession more. Could not recommend Obsession more. It is worth the scare. Even if you're not a big scary movie person, that's the one worth going to and getting a good scare for maybe the whole summer, getting a good scare for spring at the very least. That's the one. Looking forward to Steven Spielberg's Disclosure film. Me as well. What sci-fi action movies am I looking forward to? Disclosure, He-Man. I'm going to be out of country, both of those, so hopefully they're still doing really well and in theaters when I get back, and I can just run back and hit those in the movies. Mando and Grogu, I'm becoming more excited for, but I wouldn't call myself excited. Intrigued would be what I'd say. You're specifying movies, but The Burrows is a sci-fi dystopian TV show made by the Duffer Brothers that's dropping in 4 days on Netflix. And that might just be a solo stream myself, but I'm going to talk about that on some Radical Wasteland for sure. Monk says Supergirl and Odyssey. Don't forget the Hungry Hippo film. Yes, I'm going to go see that. That actually looks funny. That looks like, or scary or funny, whatever it is. I forgot. I think it's a horror movie. It looks like dumb funny, but dumb scary at the same time, if I remember correctly. I know what you're talking about. I've seen the trailer once, but I am intrigued for the Hungry Hippo film. It looks interesting. I'm so excited for Coyote versus Acme. Not excited and like, I'm going to go see it day one. Because I probably won't, if I'm being honest. I want to. I don't know when it's actually dropping either. Coyote versus Acme. Release date is August 28th. Cool. Okay, so I can definitely go see that opening day. I'll probably go see it opening day for the sake of supporting the film. Because I'd like to support that film because of the whole it getting axed, getting bought out by Ketchup, finally getting a theatrical release, it getting good reviews from everybody that actually saw it. It seems cool and interesting. I'll check it out. And I love me some Looney Tunes stuff. So yeah, that'll be a good one. You fear. Uh-oh. James is here and he fears. Supergirl? I have thoughts. I don't know what I can say. The thoughts that I have are not good ones, and it's because of some of the people that we're able to email us and have conversations with. I love Millie Alcock as an actress, Jason Momoa as an actor, and Craig Gillespie as a director, typically. This film may or may not have utilized AI in parts of it that I'm not comfortable with it utilizing it in. As in taking aspects of the actual creative and human process out of it. And I can't tell you where. I can't tell you how. It's put a bad taste in my mouth for it, though. It really has. Yep. Oh, and what are y'all talking down here? No hopes for Supergirl at all. Me either. Momoa was born to play Lobo. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. I think he's an amazing looking Lobo, and I'm sure he's going to be just as good as a performer and performance of an as Lobo. I just have a bad taste in my mouth for Supergirl. I don't like AI being utilized on big tentpole projects from tentpole studios in a way that a creative could have or should have been there before. It's taken away from the humanity. And the Odyssey, ooh, ooh, oh. Whatever beliefs, political beliefs, whatever, yada yada, all that aside, and I understand the thought process of, well, every time, like, you have like Denzel's Macbeth or Romeo and Juliet, or like Leonardo DiCaprio's Romeo and Juliet, or half your or Dev Patel's Hamlet. Yes, sure. This is not like those aren't what the actors that it's not what the actors should look like that are portraying them according to the regions of where the film is being filmed or the region of area where it is. Okay, sure, whatever. I'm not opposed to that in a fun, small indie project, or even like a pivotal indie project that is poignant to that person and to the crew and to all of it and telling a really good story. I find fault with that whenever Nolan has stated like he wants this to be the definitive version of the Odyssey. Like this is the Odyssey is an epic, and it deserves that epic version of storytelling, and that's what he's trying to go for. And it seems like, did you want it to be epic, or did you really just want to piss off as many people beforehand for the sake of pissing people off? Like the casting choices, everyone's a phenomenal actor in there. He doesn't hire bad performers. He doesn't. And Christopher Nolan's an amazing filmmaker and director. He's going to get good performances out of every single person. You can't tell me he did any of the casting or the casting in this movie was done on like good merit out like in the because we're throwing out the performer's ability in here because the performer's ability who he hired is amazing. It's Christopher Nolan. He's going to do amazing. I don't have the right words for it because it's not some racy thing or it's not some political thing. It's just like, dude, why? Why? It seemed like he is trying to just get a bunch of clicks rather than tell the story at hand? Because he's definitely, he's I forget the version of this, of the Odyssey he's telling, but it's like a retelling from like 2019, 2020 that is supposed to be like the modern interpretation for it. And if you're doing the modern interpretation, do your Romeo and Juliet with guns and Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet. Don't say this is the definitive epic legacy of the Odyssey, because it's not. I'm going to, after this movie, I can tell you right now, when I go watch that movie, that a definitive version of the Odyssey in my mind is still, "Oh brother, where art thou?" More so than the Odyssey at the end of this. Like it's just, because I love all of the performers. Lupita Nyong'o is one of my favorite working performers, actors, whatever. Right now, she's a phenomenal talent. I was gushing about her the other day in the. I was talking with my roommates about A Quiet Place, the spinoff for A Quiet Place, and just how good Lupita Nyong'o is in that. She's not Helen of Troy, and people have brought up. And she's beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful. But Helen of Troy, like, literally has a specific, like, it's very specified what Helen of Troy looks like, and this is not Helen of Troy. Lupita Nyong'o is beautiful, and there's a good chance I'd rather marry Lupita Nyong'o than what Helen of Troy is supposed to look like. But you can't tell me this casting was done in good faith. Like this, if I were Lupita taking the role, I'd be like, you want me to do what? You know how much flack I'm going to get for that, right? I would have most likely said no to that role. You're not going to say no to Christopher Nolan at the end of the day, but shit, that's not putting somebody in a good position either. I don't think the casting was in good faith, if I'm being honest. Everyone's so fucking good as a performer. But the casting was, oh my God, and if Elliot Page is Achilles, you can't tell me that's in good merit. You can't tell me that's in good merit. Hey, I'll watch even the last couple seasons weren't as good. What's Elliot Page's show on Netflix? The Umbrella Academy. I mean, from Juno to the Umbrella Academy and everything in between. I'm a fan of. I think Elliot Page is a great performer. Well, whether you believe in what she believes, what they believe in, or not. Like it's that beside. Elliot Page is an amazing performer, and I think with Christopher Nolan direction is also phenomenal and can do amazing. But you can't tell me that's in good faith. That's either people in the studio saying, "Oh, we can rile up a bunch of people." I don't know. I don't want to spend too much time on it because I don't have a fully formed opinion on it either. Because my brain's in every different angle. It's like, y'all are such good performers, such good actors all around. And you have Chris Nolan directing you and at the helm. To me, that screams awesome. But it's not the Odyssey. And also, just thinking Lupita for a second, she's cast as her sister, who is now a twin sister, which was never a twin sister because Helen of Troy is supposed to be a singular beauty. You can't be a singular beauty if you have a twin. It's so nonsensical, and it just doesn't feel like it's in good merit. I want it to be so good. And that's all besides the historical accuracy of these things or not. Like, you don't have to be super historically accurate, but Odysseus and crew wearing like Roman frickin' outfits is stupid. And those all of the costuming looks silly to me rather than, hey, you just spend a little bit of the effort to actually be pertinent to the time period you're in. It would have been really cool. Yeah. It's hard to screw up good material. No, it's not. It's really not. Because it's that same thought of, you know what? It's really hard to screw up fried chicken. But I guarantee you've had some bad fried chicken before. And I love some chicken, but some people can't cook. Like, actually, though, Elliot Page's Achilles is hilarious. Like, I love Elliot Page as a performer. Like, it completely aside, what if you don't believe the same beliefs as Elliot Page, hey, that's fine. If you do, also, that's fine. You can't tell me hiring Elliot Page's Achilles is in good faith. And you can't tell me the same thing for Lupita Nyong'o. And she is one of the most talented performers out of even all of the talented performers he hired working in general in the industry right now. Lupita Nyong'o is amazing. Like amazing. I would, if I had the opportunity to put her on every single one of my sets as I direct in the future, oh, yes, please. I just don't think it's in good faith. I really don't. Boy, have I screwed up simple cooking from time to time, usually by forgetting to set a timer correctly, rolling on floor laughing. But like, yeah, like you would think it's hard to screw up good source material. It's too easy sometimes, because sometimes that good source material, you're like, oh, I don't have to do that much. It's all baked in here. And sometimes that's true. If a good filmmaker, or even a great filmmaker, doesn't even try and the source material is really good, you'll still end up with a good film, you know? Maybe not the best, but a solid film. Mediocre to maybe a burgeoning filmmaker that just doesn't know enough. Like, hey, I could say, let me make the Odyssey all day. I might have a better grandiose plan. I might have this cool idea here and all these different forms and things that I'd like to do with the story. I think I would do a pretty damn good job. I'm also comfortable enough saying I haven't directed something on that scale. Let me be like the first AD or something first, you know, like that's not in tune with where I'm at in my filmmaking journey yet. And I think some people need to realize that. Christopher Nolan's not one of those people. But it's weird and odd that they've gone the route that they have, rather than keep it simple, stupid, for lack of a better reference point, you know? The AI thing sucks, but as a gun stand, I'm obligated to approve. Sure. That movie, because I love a lot of Gunn's work, not as much the recent stuff, of course. We talk about that frequently, but I still think he's a phenomenal talent himself when he wants to be. But if Christopher Nolan were directing a SpongeBob movie, I'd see it opening day for sure. I just, the AI stuff just put a really bad taste in my mouth there. Learning to love pig slop excrement, it's an acquired taste. Not an acquired taste I'm interested in acquiring or attaining or any of the sort. Taika Waititi, who made Thor: Love and Thunder, is in charge of the new Judge Dredd film. I'm hoping for some screaming AI goats. Oh, God. I love Dredd, and I love Taika. Taika, after Love and Thunder, even Next Goal Wins was closer to Love and Thunder than it was anything else. I hope Taika can go back to like Reservoir Dogs and say, hey, I was producing that for a bit, and I'm going to stick closer to that. Remember what I did right before Love and Thunder? Jojo Rabbit. Let me go back to that, because that's Oscar nominated and damn well deserves it too. It's really good. But yeah, I don't know if Taika doing Judge Dredd is exciting for me. Harris, is Matt Damon really the best choice for Odysseus? He was Mark Watney in The Martian, but for Odysseus, I'm willing to wait till we get there to see. Oh, James thinks he was born to play Odysseus. I don't think so. I'm trepidatious. Matt Damon's, again, a phenomenal talent, just to continue using the term, but is he the correct choice? That's something that we're about to find out, and it doesn't seem like the correct choice was even remotely on the palette of whoever was on the casting table here. So we'll see. The person that comes to mind as Odysseus in my brain right now, for me, it goes, of course, Sean Bean and Troy, naturally, of course, but Ray Fiennes in recent memory. He did The Return, I believe is what it was called, 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago now, and he played Odysseus on his return, and it was just the return aspect of it. It was not the entire Odyssey per se, you know. It was just a pertinent part of the Odyssey, and I don't know. Ray Fiennes is a hard act to follow in my brain. Whether that's right, wrong, or indifferent to conflate the two, it's a hard act to follow in my brain. No actor worth their salt would say no to Christopher Nolan. Agreed. Him and Villeneuve are the best working directors in Hollywood right now. Yep, agreed. Yep. Until we see, it's too early to say. And it's Christopher Nolan's movie. The man has never made a bad film. Yep. This is just the only one I've ever been this cautious about. And I was literally fighting for Tenet. People were like, this movie's dumb. This movie's bad. I'm like, it's a big brain one. You got to really think. But you watch it back a second time, and you know what to look for in it. Try it again. And I think people really like Tenet a lot more after that. But, yep. Oh. The Interstellar slander. Hurts me. It's a thing. Okay. We're 2 minutes shy. 3 minutes. Or 2.5 minutes shy, excuse me, of 2 full hours here. Sarah left at like 45 minutes, so y'all have been with me an hour here just gushing, gooing, and about the Odyssey. And Batman vs. Superman a little bit, but hey. And guess what? Christopher Nolan was involved in Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman. It feels like the Odyssey is a movie that Christopher Nolan would have produced rather than directed. And Christopher Nolan's movies that he produces, I don't tend to love as much as I like the ones he directs. Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Snyder Justice League movies, like I get he's your friend. You don't have to spend that much money on your friend though. Like, make sure your friend gives you a better script before you give him that support. Like, and I wish somebody would have told Nolan that for this one, maybe. But as they say, it's just a thing. It's just a thing. All of that aside, housekeeping for the week. Tomorrow we do have a full house for our Patreon, Farscape Patreon watch. It is the Peacekeeper Wars. It's going to be Sarah and I, as usual. Melvin should be joining us, and we will have 2 other guests watching alongside, which will be a lot of fun as well. And after that, Wednesday, we will be back with the SciTrek maneuver. Thursday or Saturday, I'm going to keep that one open for Creatures and Cryptids. It just depends on how the week looks best for Melvin, typically. We're not set in stone on a date and time just yet. And then, of course, Friday is going to be a full season discussion on Paradise Season 2. And I'm so excited to do that. It's so fun. In Paradise, whether it's perfect or not, it's a lot of fun to talk about. And, of course, we'll see you here again next week on Sci-Fi Sundays with our new logos in tow and everything. It's going to be fun. Friday Fallout with Greg. Huh? We're talking Paradise, not Fallout. What you mean? What you mean, good sir? And also, I guess, the 21st, so Thursday, especially if Creatures and Cryptids is not happening, I will be... Actually, I will hopefully try to make Creatures and Cryptids Thursday this week. And that way, Saturday, I can talk the Burrows. Because if I have to talk the Burrows on Friday and do a stream for the Radical Wasteland podcast talking the Burrows, the dystopian sci-fi on Netflix that's coming out the 21st, all 8 episodes, I'm going to have to binge 8 hours of TV on Thursday evening. And I don't feel like doing that because I still have to prepare for regular Radical Wasteland Friday morning. So that's the new channel name no matter what you speak of. FFOWG for fog. Or just FFOG for fog. We need like a fog kind of like cool little effect. That's what I'm looking for. I almost lost my train of thought. The boroughs. So yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday next week, we will keep you posted on what needs to go on and or what's happening and where you'll need to be for all the goodness. And it'll be a dystopian kind of weekend. It'll be fun. It'll be fun, you know. SciChef needs to happen too. It does. I want to get these debates going first. We have a debate that we want to do with Greg and Jamie, and I think I can make SciChef happen in July. I'll be back for the final week of June, of course, from Africa and all that, and then I can definitely toy with that afterwards. That'd be fun. I don't know exactly what to do, but or how I'm gonna do it, but that's a fun one to toy with. I'm down. I think that's gonna be fun. We'll just plan it out and figure out exactly what kind of sci-fi meal we're gonna make. Maybe we just make a crazy meal that ends up looking like sci-fi. Maybe I just make a bunch of ribs and say, "Oh, this came from some creature." But hey, whatever ends up. I'm back in the English Boy J. Well, it's new Trek versus old Trek conversation, and Greg's of course going to be on the side of the new Trek, and Jay's going to be, of course, the rest of Trek. So it makes sense. It makes sense. Getting to learn your rib recipe. Yes. Oh, do I have to give people recipes, or do I just have to make it? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I think that's all for me, though. I think we're at the risk of just kind of hanging for a while here. This, though. Oh, see, I was hoping that was going to look cool. No, we need the. Oh no! Oh my God! Okay, never mind. Oh, I'm trying to figure out all these logos, and harder than I thought. Oh God, I keep forgetting. Don't do that. Oops. Okay. Anyway, y'all. We may be a small country, but we're so stubborn. Don't go to Liberia. Uh-oh. All that being said, thank y'all so much for hanging. It's been a really fun Sci-Fi Sundays. Y'all know we love and appreciate y'all. Stay cosmic, SciTrekkers, and we will see you in the next video, aka Patreon tomorrow. See y'all.